period you are in now is a bit like the calm before the storm, as in reality you know only a little about what is really happening. Yet our activities are putting the pressure on those who need to step aside, to allow the new age to commence. Either they move or we will do it for our allies, and that will result in a great deal of happenings that will finally hit the media. It will be what you have been expecting and will gather pace very quickly. Even so, it will take some weeks before the remnants of the old paradigm can be removed, and thus allow the introduction of that which is to replace it. As we have often informed you, everything is ready to go ahead, and we will be every bit as delighted as you will be when it does so. In the first instance, much of the work will be carried out by our allies, who are well prepared for their role in the proceedings. We have been guiding them for a long time and are extremely grateful for their cooperation, as we are with light workers in general. Many of you incarnated especially at this time knowing what challenges lay ahead for you, and were chosen because of your loyalty and service to the light. Many of you first started to awaken in the darkest period of your civilization, having responded to your inner promptings. They were to work for something better that took into account of the level to which humanity had dropped. As pioneers of the light, you laid down the light and encouraged other souls to join you. They were precarious times fraught with dangers, but you started something that those who followed you could build upon. As a result, so many souls are now partially awakened, and they do not need much more light to become fully awakened. Bear in mind that the God of this universe had long decreed that this cycle this time round would end in victory for the light. That promise has been enacted by many, many light bearers that oversee the affairs of men from the higher realms. Such beings would to you seem as gods and have immense power, so much so that they could move the earth if it was so desired. When you learn of the changes that lay ahead, you will understand how easy it is to implement them. They work with us and will ensure that the transition period is quite short, so that you are soon blessed with all of the advantages of being in the higher vibrations. Your own creative powers will be enhanced, but until you evolve further, there are limitations as to how far you can go. One thing you will soon become aware of is how quickly your desires are manifested. Indeed, we have already told you of your coming ability created through the power of thought. However, until that time you will have the benefit of our technology that will cover your immediate needs such as food, shelter, clothing, and free energy. Some of this could already have been given you, but for its deliberate retention by the Dark Ones. No longer shall you be held back, and once we are with you we shall make up for lost time. We will by then have also ensured that it is not possible for your progress to be interfered with by those with a different agenda. That is one of our major responsibilities, as the task of doing that yourselves would have been far too difficult for you. We have the resources and technologies such as being able to track down any member of the Illuminati and be present where they are without their knowledge. That is how we can prevent their plans from coming to fruition, although for karmic reasons we cannot always stop everything. Right now the Illuminati are becoming bereft of ideas as to how they can continue with their plans for world domination. As you would say, the writing is on the wall, and they stare defeat in the face. They find it hard to accept having come so near to success, that they have failed. Duality gave them the opportunity to plan their takeover millennia of time ago, and they were influenced by energies that exist off-planet. Both the dark and the light were allowed to entice souls to come to their side, although because you dropped down to the lower levels you were neither entirely one or the other. You have come through a period when you indulged in the lower vibrations that carried you from one life to the next. In recent times the light has become stabilized upon Earth, and is now well established. It will stay like that and even get more powerful as you approach the time of ascension. It will be one great step forward that will see you ready to commence another cycle, but this time one where the light is the dominant force. Your challenges, such as they are, will be more ones of reasoning and right action, as the laws that protect evolving souls are still in place. Have no fear, as by the time you reach the higher levels, you will have become a being with a highly developed level of consciousness. With it as your passport to the galaxy, where you will have the freedom to decide your next journey. There are so many different civilizations, councils, and federations that you will have plenty of choice. Spiritual evolution is still your objective, and the next stage will see you preparing to be a being of pure light. Upon reaching that level, you can move around in any form that you choose. You will also be able to decrease your vibrations at will, allowing you to visit the lower dimensions if that is your wish. As we often mention, as you ascend and become more of the light, your desires are to be of service to others. So your time is not wasted, although you can organize your life to include pleasurable pursuits. God desires that you enjoy your life and has placed everything before, so that you can find satisfaction in your travels. Just now you will not necessarily know in what direction you would go, but once with an increased level of consciousness you will fully know yourself, and able to make your choice. I am Kenneth from Sirius and trust you are gradually gaining understanding of what a wonderful and exciting future lies ahead of you.